Hello my beautiful human beings, and today Bethesda screw up, Nintendo screw up, and I play a video game. It's definitely not on my shirt. Not at all. Hello, and whoa, this is all new. This is all new things. So I'm trying out something different. We've got this nice fresh background behind me. And we're going to go through some news of the gaming variety and also some of the stuff that I've been doing trying to keep up with the gaming world. It is a lovely Monday morning, so be sure to grab your coffee and let's get the week started off with some news. First up, if you're a little bit angry at Bethesda for their review policy, you're not going to be getting any better with them. After their review policy announcement, it turns out that Dishonored 2 was a bit broken on PC. YouTube user Idiotech was one of the first people I saw to run the game, and he was definitely not having a good time. And also developers began suggesting that people run it on low to medium settings just to hit that 60 FPS mark.
The purpose of this video is to let you know that Bethesda has released what appears to be a shitty port.
Which is not really what you want on a PC launch. Now there is supposed to be a patch inbound, but it's kind of raising questions myself about how valid Bethesda's review policy actually is. Bethesda came out with their review policy and quickly stated that they wanted everyone to play their game at the same time. And remember Doom, remember how awesome Doom was and how it didn't get review copies. However, it's a little bit of a slip when we find out that Dishonored 2 doesn't run well on PC, and coupled with no review codes at day one, gets a bit iffy. We had to see what this will further mean for Bethesda, but hopefully they can come back from this. I would like to see their review policy change. I would like to see their games work on PC. But maybe we might not all get what we want, and Bethesda might not be the big saving grace of a company that we all thought they were. Speaking of companies not doing well, Nintendo's kind of stuffing up with their Mini NES. The new Mini NES console has been selling out across Australia, with the initial shipment completely sold out, but Nintendo unveiled last week that they were going to be having a second shipment of very limited numbers that most could only get through online stores. EB Games in particular started up their second shipment yesterday and the site crashed. And so we're going to have to wait until later today to get the Mini NES orders. But that hasn't stopped people getting very angry with EB Games and Nintendo. EB Games, in response, has posted on their Facebook page, "In preparation for the Mini NES December shipment, we massively increased our server space to account for 30,000 people, which is twice as much as previous site traffic record. Today, that amount was exceeded due to unprecedented demand for this console. They are doubling the server space to accommodate anywhere up to 60,000 simultaneous customers on the website, and the item will be available at 12 PM Sydney time tomorrow at the following link. Stock will be extremely limited as usual." Nintendo are saying these are still strictly one per customer, so don't worry, there aren't going to be many people jumping on to scalp a lot of consoles, as they are selling for about $1,000 on eBay. Yeah, Nintendo, you done it again. Remember when these things came out? $500 for one of those. Yes, these small little plastic figures. They haven't learned yet. And we'll just hope that maybe we'll start getting enough stock for people's demands. In other news, I managed to get my hands on a copy of Titanfall 2. And for those who are a little uncertain on whether or not to pick it up in the cloud space of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1, I can say that it is a fantastic single-player campaign. Having picked it up on Xbox, I was only able to play it through on the campaign because I don't fork out the money for Xbox Live, but the campaign itself is good enough reason to jump into the game, as I thoroughly enjoyed it. There are a lot of different things within the game that it presents you with. There are some points in there that it's just a good game. It's just a good game. The game itself kind of lacks a bit in the backstory department. I was a bit confused as to the overarching theme. It's very much a big space force against the militia force. Have some disagreement, but it's a set piece for the action to occur. And the action that does occur is very good. It has a very good platforming focus. It means you're going to be jumping around a lot more than you would be in other boots to the ground type games. And it means that you can start to feel a bit more like a badass running through, jumping off walls, shooting at the same time. And I imagine that this is going to be a fantastic game to play through on PC with the ability to use a mouse and keyboard. The story also throws some curveballs in there in terms of gameplay. There are a lot of stuff to do with time dilation and time manipulation, which I won't get into too much because it's something you really should experience for yourself. And there are also some moments which are just fantastic. There's one moment where you are running around with a whole scene of pilots and having a whole group of pilots running around, jumping off walls with you in the fray is just fantastic. I'm only disappointed that we only got that once. There are some really good sections that you only get to play through once, and it doesn't really follow on from there. But that doesn't change how good the scene it was itself. And even getting into the smart pistol and all kinds of... Oh, yeah, it was just a really good campaign. It only is about 4 to 5 hours, so it is a little bit on the short side, but that doesn't overstay its welcome, and it means that if you've got some time to spare, it's very easy to knock through in a couple of days. So I do recommend Titanfall 2. Give it some love because it is trying new things. It is one of the rare sights we get in shooters these days, and you'll find that it'll be a nice change up.
Stand by for Titanfall.
So this has been my first attempt at this new kind of format. If you did like it, feel free to let me know either by liking or writing a comment down below. And there is also the ever-present subscribe button, which you can hit to keep up to date with all the videos that I upload. So thank you for watching this one, and we'll hope to see you next video. I need some music to go out with. I need some music.